And we've got the Giants, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Giants and the Cardinals. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds of this.
Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Hey, it's very easy for me to use all these psychological cliches, Kate, right? Got to flush it. You got to play one play at a time. You got to flush last week's 5-interception performance. But the reality is you got to be in the moment. You can't even be thinking about last week. You got to think about every play, guard that ball with everything you got, and most importantly, help your team find a W.
He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run Jacobs. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Give them 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish off their opening drive. Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Giants start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Brown on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. Well, Brock, it only took him 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way. That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 3 now. From the 27. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now they have 3rd and short. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He fields this at the 18. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They're still in search of that first down of this game, Brock. Hoping to put together a drive and avoid calling on the punter again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They go play action here. Throw left side, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Audric Estime. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Brown again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play now. Into the hands of Walker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. They are throwing it again. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Slot man in motion right. From the red zone now. Check this one down, complete to the fullback. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. And the Giants going nickel, third down coming. Back to throw now. Touchdown, Arizona. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
On second down, Jacobs. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard. Going run again with Jacobs. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Let's go now.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they face second down.
It's now second and 10. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. That throw behind his intended target. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Zerline puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one gains 7. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. They'll send him over right. Throwing now on 1st down. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Cardinals looking for a score before halftime. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They kick the running back in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Sending a receiver left. They'll throw on 1st. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Throwing on 2nd and 6. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. This from just 23 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. So So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
19 Lions. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here comes Williams on the return. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
That's completed out to the right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's a throw. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Drop it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. A run with Brown. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll throw it. Completed to his running back. Oh, he trucked that defender. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
70 Lions. Check go.
Back now, pressure on its way. This is on target to Xavier Gibson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good for a New York Giants.
He's dropping back to throw. Has it down close. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Just about every draw play in the book is headed right up the gut, but that doesn't mean you can ignore those DNs and the pressure they create on the edges. You got to hold them off, and if you don't, well, bad things happen just like that.
Touchdown, New York! Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it 17 all. Now Brown on to send it away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cardinals and running back Audric Estime back out now. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. They send the tight end in motion left. Short side option here. He's running left. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Giants returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They stick with Jacobs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Give him 3 on that game. And it's good enough for a New York first down. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff here to Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Forced out to his right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made in close. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That was the rookie from Nebraska who got him down. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Brown. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and goal, back to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. This is biggest moment of the game so far, an important field goal try here. This from just 23 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here comes Williams on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. The Giants ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their crew of rough moments for them. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. This finds Carter complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to throw this one. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Touchdown, New York! The Giants have taken the lead late. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Now Brown on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Trying to break a return. Oh, no, he lost the football! And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Again, it's Jacobs. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts.
Here we go.
Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Now Brown on to send it away. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Outhead the Cardinals now on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Pass complete to Campbell. And those are the type of gains they need right there. Still no first down, but he does stop the clock. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. All set up now for 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.